Hey, hi everyone. I'm Ronak Doshi, partner with Everest Group, and I lead our global financial services research. Babak, why don't you introduce?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Babak. I am the CTO AI for Cognizant, run our research and development team here in San Francisco.
So, Babak, I had a question for you right before you start asking me questions. How are you seeing, the announcements from DeepSeek and everything around the cost of AI and the computational, need for AI and the challenges around it, but also the opportunities that lies ahead of us. How are you seeing that from your vantage point?
Actually, I think it's very good news for us because it's democratizing this access to reasoning and large language models at a scale that wasn't expect. I mean, it was expected, but we weren't expecting it to happen this quickly. Which means that we can actually run our AI agents on smaller footprints. We can create more AI agents, create larger multi-agent systems. And we have more optionality as to the use of various different kinds of agent networks. I mean, it's amazing that you can actually run these DeepSeek-based agents on a single like MacBook and get GPT-4 level reasoning and functionality out of them. So I think it's good news. It also kind of it's funny because we saw this coming. That's why we created our systems to be LLM agnostic. I'm surprised that the market didn't see that because the trend was towards smaller, faster, and open source models already. How did you see it?
Uh, no, absolutely. I would say this is a step change. And also from an AI perspective, we've kind of moving from this AI replacement market to an AI infusion market, right? Where we're talking about how can we get this AI closer to the data and the process and the workflows and make it happen at the lower cost and also hopefully lower complexity as this goes, and it's a high performance system. So I think that's where my first view is, and what I do believe is there are certain areas where this is going to be very powerful, right? So some of those could be audit as an area, right? So given the increasing need for regulatory compliance, we could use AI, to kind of enable these low latency processes, help in things like anomaly detection, compliance checks, or something like financial services where there's a similar problem around fraud detection, risk modeling. How can we use that? Or even healthcare, right? From diagnostics to sensing, right? Imaging solutions and sensors and other things. Can we kind of bypass these centralized inefficiencies and get to the where the data is, where the systems is? So more physical AI, more AI at where the need is what I do see. So the agent equivalent of the AI infusion is what I'm looking forward to.
That's right, and it reassures the clients and the users that the model is running where the data is. You don't have to have it hosted. From a cost perspective, it's much smaller as well, and data security is observed. And as you say, we're starting to be able to kind of like um, spray and pepper, our whole processes and workflows with these agents that are now much more cost effective. For sure, I think it's a really positive development.
Yeah. And the other thing I'm hoping it'll help is we've seen a lot of AI pilots and use cases and POCs, but not a lot of them have gone to production. You will hear numbers from different research agencies. For us, it's like almost 70 to 90% based on which industry you're talking about. POCs are not going into production. So I do see there are challenges around how do I embed AI where I need it? How do I drive change management for people to adopt it? Because it could be a great tool, but if folks are not using it, that is where the value doesn't lie. And that's where the engineering of it is very important and critical, which is how do you keep the users in mind, the end use cases in mind, and drive the systems to be scalable but also flexible to where you need it. So I think that's where I do see there is a need towards that sophistication at the enterprise level, because a lot of the innovation is happening in the technology world. Now let's bring it to the enterprise context.